Hiya peeps, and welcome. I'm coming to you today from Perth, and honestly it's one of those beautiful days that makes you stop and take stock. The kind of day where the sky feels wide open, well it is wide open and blue, and everything just feels a little less rushed, even if life itself hasn't slowed down at all. I'm out here at my bestie's place. It's on the outskirts of suburbia, Perth, and quietly gives way to nature. Can you hear all the birds? They're everywhere. Not background noise, we'll just do a turn around. Here we go. I'm actually outside on their porch. And they're doing whatever birds do. It's beautiful. And I'm sitting here, letting it all sink in and breathing it in and feeling myself soften back into my body. And that right there feels like the perfect way to begin this. So welcome to the Cosmos Whisperer. If you're new here, I'm Amanda. And if you found your way back, I'm really glad you're here again. Thank you. This channel isn't about predictions or big dramatic statements about the future. It's about just tuning in to the sky, yes, but also to ourselves, to timing, the feeling beneath the noise, that quiet sense a lot of us have right now, that something is shifting, even if we can't quite put words to it yet. Today feels like a reminder of why listening matters. When you sit somewhere like this with the birds calling, the trees moving gently in the background, you realise how much information we miss when we're constantly plugged in to rushing, reacting. Nature doesn't shout, it doesn't demand, it just is. And somehow, when you let yourself be part of it, things start to make a bit more sense. That's very much the energy I want to bring to you here. So if you're someone who's been feeling a bit unsteady or curious or quietly asking questions like, what the hell is going on in the world, or why do we do things, or feel differently lately? What's going on? You're not broken and you're not behind. You're probably just more aware than you realise. Because we go any further if this kind of space speaks to you. I'd love you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, not because it's going to shout at you every day, but because these stories build week by week, moment by moment. And if you're playing along, it helps to stay connected as the bigger picture unfolds. Now today I'm doing something a little personal. Instead of starting with the collective, we're diving into my own sign, my own energy, my own sky story for the week ahead. I'm a Virgo horse, and honestly, if you know anything about astrology or Chinese zodiac, you'll already be smiling at that combination. Virgo, I'm the analyzer, the organizer, the one who likes things to make sense, the one who notices everything, even when they or not. And the horse, well, the horse wants movement, freedom, momentum, wide open spaces, new horizons. The horse doesn't enjoy being boxed in or micromanaged or told to wait patiently while someone else figures things out. So yeah, it's an interesting mix, and I know, I live it every day. Sitting here today, listening to the birds and feeling the land around me, I can really feel that Virgo horse energy coming back into balance. The Virgo part of me is loving the quiet, the order, the rhythm, nature, and the horse part of me is soaking up the open space, the sense of expansion, feeling that there's more out there than four walls and a to-do list. I'm loving it. And that's exactly why I wanted to start here, because before we talk about planets and alignments and moon phases, it matters where we're listening from. It matters where we're tense or relaxed or rushed or present. The sky speaks differently depending on how open we are to hearing it. So today, as we step into this week ahead, together. I'm doing a grounded, feet on the earth, breathe in steady, heart open, not from a place of urgency or needing answers right now, but from a place of curiosity and connection. If you ever notice that your best insights come when you're walking or sitting outside or doing something simple like washing the dishes or staring at the ocean, you already understand this. The cosmos doesn't force information on us, it offers it when we're receptive. And that's the invitation here. As we move through this reading, I'm sharing my Virgo horse sky story because it's more important than, it's not more important than yours. It's because it's honest, it's lived, and it gives you a feel for how this works and how the planetary movements show up in real life, not as predictions, but as patterns, moods, nudges, and moments of clarity. I also want you to just play along. If this resonates, if you feel yourself leaning in rather than zoning out, stick around. Leave a comment. Tell me your Western zodiac and your Chinese zodiac, because tomorrow I'll be choosing one from the comments and sharing a personal sky story for that combination, your combination. No scripts, no theatrics, just listening, translating what's in the ear. So that's where we're starting today. A beautiful Perth day, a magical home on the edge of nature, birds doing their thing, and one Virgo horse sitting quietly. Look at this place it's sitting. So let's dive in and let's see what's happening with all my Virgo horses out there this week. So Virgo horse, this week you slow your body down, you don't want your mind racing ahead. The sun in Aquarius lights up your thinking. You're seeing patterns, you're joining the dots, you're noticing systems that don't work anymore, especially ones you've been quietly propping up. For Virgo, this brings clarity. For the horse, it brings restlessness. You may feel that tug of war between, I need to analyse this properly, and I just want to move already. Both instincts are valid this week. The key is timing. Moon phases and emotional weather. The waning moon makes this a release this week. Not a push week, not a launch week. Emotionally, this shows up as sudden fatigue after bursts of motivation, less patience for other people's chaos, and a strong desire for simplicity. If something feels heavier than it should, that's your cue to ask, is this actually mine to carry? Virgo horse energy often takes responsibility automatically. This week, the moon says, not everything needs fixing. Our planetary movements this week, you'll feel Mercury is busy, which means your mind may not switch off easily. Late night thinking, replaying conversations, seeing new meanings in old decisions, and being mindful of over-explaining this week. Not everyone needs your full reasoning process. Mars adds underlying impatience. You may want to progress now, not later. The win here is leaning into pause without losing momentum. Think adjusting your grip, not dropping the reins, just wins for the week. Your biggest win this week comes through clarity. You start to see where you've been over-giving, where you've been waiting for permission you don't need, where effort hasn't been matched with respect. This isn't loud, it's calm. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. By the end of the weekend, there's a feeling of lightness. Not because everything's solved, but because you've stopped forcing alignment. And these are cautions, and they're only gentle ones. Avoid rushing decisions just to relieve discomfort. This week is about orientation, not action. Also, rest is not a failure. For a Virgo horse, that's so important. And say it out loud. That's your Virgo horse sky story for the week ahead. If this resonated with you and what fits, leave the rest. The sky always meets us where we are. Tomorrow I'll be sharing a personal sky story chosen from the comments. And if you would like to be considered, leave your Western zodiac and your Chinese zodiac below or to the side. And don't forget to come back tomorrow, because it might be your story I'm reading. I'm Amanda. This is the Cosmos Whisperer. Until then, listen for the quieter moments. That's where the cosmos does its best talking.